If a girl you like does this, you need to be ready, because what you do next could change everything. Here's something most guys don't realize: nearly 70% of women test a man's character before they commit. It's not always intentional, but it's happening right now. She could be doing it to you without you even knowing. But here's the good news: once you understand what's really going on, you'll know exactly how to respond in a way that makes you stand out. Not get ghosted. Stick around until the end, because I'm saving the most important insight for last. You don't want to miss it. Welcome to Emma, your go-to channel for real relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. 1. She is testing the waters. Have you ever felt like a girl you like is hot and cold with you? One day she's engaging, responding quickly, maybe even initiating conversations. The next she's distant, her replies slow, her energy completely different. It's frustrating, right? But before you assume she's playing games, understand this: she's testing the waters. Women don't just dive in when they meet someone new. They observe, they assess, they take their time, figuring out whether you're worth investing in. It's not always intentional, it's just how attraction works. She might ask deep or slightly challenging questions to see how you respond, or she might take a little longer to reply, just to see if you panic or stay cool the moment you start overanalyzing. Blowing up her phone or changing your entire energy based on her behavior, you fail the test. So how do you handle it? Stay steady, keep your energy consistent. No matter what she does, you're not here to convince her, you're here to be yourself and let her decide if she wants. And think of it like dining at a high-end restaurant before ordering a full meal. You ask for a sample. Why? Because you want to make sure it's what you're looking for. She's doing the same thing with you. The difference: she's not tasting food. She's reading your character. 2, she is gauging your consistency. Here's something most guys don't realize: women are watching for consistency. Not just in what you say, but in how you act in the beginning. It's easy to show up as the best version of yourself. But what happens after that? Do you follow through on plans? Or do you cancel last minute? Do you check in, like you said would? Or do you get distracted? Do you show steady effort, or do you lose motivation when she doesn't give you instant validation? Women don't want someone who's only good at the start. They want someone who is reliable over time. Think of a high-performance car. Anyone can hit the gas and go fast for a few seconds. But what really matters is how well it maintains speed and performance over time. That's what she's looking for. Stability. So what should you do? Be authentic. If you say you're cool, cool. If you say you'll plan a date, plan it. But don't force it. Women can sense when you're performing just to impress them. Consistency isn't about trying too hard, it's about being solid and dependable regardless of the outcome. 3, she is assessing your boundaries. This is where most guys slip up without even realizing it. A woman will test your boundaries, not necessarily to manipulate you, but to see if you're a man who commands respect. It could be something as small as showing up late, making a teasing comment that borders on disrespect, or seeing how quickly you drop everything the moment she calls. It's subtle, but it's intentional. She wants to know: do you value yourself enough to set boundaries, or will you bend at the slightest bit of pressure? If you let it slide every time thinking, I don't want to upset her, she won't respect you, but if you react aggressively or defensively, that's just as bad. The key: stay calm but firm. If she's late, don't make a big deal. But don't sit there waiting forever either. If she teases you in a way that feels off, respond playfully. But don't just take it. Think of a luxury watch store. They don't beg customers to buy. They set standards. If someone walks in disrespectfully, they won't lower prices. They'll ask them to leave. That's the energy you need to bring. Not arrogant, not aggressive, but clear on what you will and won't tolerate before we proceed. If you find value in this video, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us grow and makes you an integral part of our journey, and we deeply appreciate your contribution. Now let's return to our discussion, or she is evaluating your emotional intelligence. Most men hear a woman's words, but very few understand what she really means. And that's exactly what she's testing. Whether you have the emotional intelligence to get her, without her having to spell everything out. She might mention something small, maybe a stressful day at work or an issue with a friend. What she's really doing is seeing if you remember details, if you pay attention. She's watching your
reactions when she's upset. Do you get frustrated? Do you immediately jump in to fix things without acknowledging her feelings? Here's what separates men who stand out. They listen with intention. If she says she's overwhelmed, you don't just say that sucks. That sounds exhausting. What happened? You let her express before you try to solve. Think of a well-trained therapist. They don't just hear words, they read between the lines. The men who get this right are the ones who make women feel safe, understood and connected, and that's rare 5. She is watching how you handle pressure. This one, it's crucial because whether she realizes it or not, every woman is looking for a man who can stay steady when things don't go his way. She might say no to plans just to see if you handle it with ease or if you start sulking like a child. She might call you out on something small, maybe how you told a story or a minor mistake, just to see if you laugh it off or get overly defensive. Why does this matter? Because women are wired to seek stability. If you crumble under small pressures, what happens when real life gets tough? If your emotions fluctuate wildly based on her actions, she knows she can't rely on you in moments that actually matter. So here's how you handle it. Stay composed. If plans change, just roll with it. If she challenges you, don't overreact. Respond playfully or with confidence. The best men don't panic when things shift. They adjust. Think of a pilot in turbulence. The great ones don't freak out. They stay calm, make adjustments and keep the plane steady. That's exactly what women are looking for in you, a stable presence, no matter the situation. S6. She's looking for authenticity. This one, it's where a lot of guys go wrong. They think they need to act a certain way, say the right things, or put on a performance to impress a woman. But she's watching not just what you say, but how real you are. Does your personality shift, depending on who you're around? Do you exaggerate stories to make yourself seem more interesting? Are you genuinely passionate about something, or do you pretend just to fit her interests? Women don't fall for perfection, they fall for authenticity. Confidence isn't about being the loudest or most impressive. It's about being completely at ease with who you are, so drop the need to impress. If you love chess, stand-up, comedy, documentaries, own it. If you have quirks, embrace them. The right woman won't just tolerate them, she'll love them. Imagine an art collector. They don't want a fake Picasso. They want the real masterpiece, and women, they can spot a fake from miles away. Be real, and you'll stand out more than any performance ever could. Before we get to the most important part of this video, let's do a quick check. If you've made it this far, you're part of our elite viewers. Drop a comment saying, "I see it now," so we know you stuck around now as a thank you for watching. Until the end, here's a bonus point that most guys overlook. But it's the one thing that makes all the difference. Bonus point. She wants to see if you have a purpose. If there's one thing women find irresistible, it's a man who knows where he's going. And no, this isn't about having millions in the bank or a perfect 5-year plan. It's about direction. A woman is instinctively drawn to a man with a purpose. Someone who wakes up every day with intent, with a sense of mission, no matter how big or small. And trust me, she's watching for this. She might casually ask so what's next for you? Or she might notice whether you make decisions with confidence or just drift through life waiting for things to happen. If your answer is, "I don't know, just seeing where life takes me," you've already lost, because that tells her you're not in control of your own story. Here's the thing, you don't need to have everything figured out, but you do need a sense of where you're going. Even if your goal is as simple as learning a new skill, getting in shape, or working towards a passion. Own it, and if you don't know your purpose yet, that's fine, but don't ignore it. Start working on figuring it out, not for her, but for yourself. Because the moment you find that sense of purpose, everything about you changes: the way you carry yourself, the way you make decisions, the way you attract the right people. Ever notice how people are drawn to a CEO, an athlete, or even someone who just radiates a sense of purpose? It's not about money, it's not about fame, it's about certainty. Women don't just want a man. They want a man who's going somewhere. If you found value in this video, hit that like button. It helps us grow and reach more people. Subscribe for daily content like this and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Thanks for watching. We've recommended a video on your screen. Click it now and we'll see you back tomorrow.